Hey, Cowboys Nation. Welcome to your ultimate destination for all things Dallas Cowboys. From the latest news, game analyses, rumors, to deep dives into player performances and strategies, we've got you covered. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a play. Let's dive into everything you need to know about America's team. The shockwave that has just hit the NFL world is nothing short of seismic. MICAH Parsons, the cornerstone linebacker of the Dallas Cowboys, has officially announced his departure from the team, sending fans, analysts, and rival franchises into a frenzy of speculation and excitement. For months, whispers circulated through locker rooms, front offices, and social media platforms about potential moves, but few could have anticipated this dramatic twist. Sources close to the player insist that the offer he received was simply impossible to refuse, a proposal so lucrative and strategically advantageous that even a loyal player like Parsons found himself compelled to consider a new chapter. The impact of this announcement is felt not only in Dallas but across the league, as every team now recalibrates its defensive and financial strategies. The Cowboys, known for their storied history and fervent fan base, are suddenly left grappling with a void in their defensive lineup, and questions swirl about who could possibly fill the shoes of a player who has been nothing short of transformative since his arrival. Fans are taking to social media to voice their shock, with debates erupting over the fairness of the deal and the future trajectory of both Parsons and the Cowboys. What makes this development even more intriguing is the timing of the announcement. As the NFL offseason unfolds, teams are maneuvering aggressively to strengthen their rosters and position themselves for dominance, and Parsons' decision injects a new layer of drama into an already tense landscape. Analysts suggest that the contract offered to Parsons not only addresses his financial aspirations but also aligns with his ambitions of leadership and legacy in the league, a combination that few organizations could match. The Cowboys, having invested heavily in their defensive scheme around Parsons, now face the daunting task of restructuring their strategy, potentially altering draft plans and free agent targets to compensate for the sudden loss. Inside sources hint that negotiations were intense and protracted, with multiple franchises vying for Parsons' talents, driving up both the monetary and prestige value of the final agreement. For fans, this creates a whirlwind of emotions. Loyalty clashes with admiration, and frustration blends with curiosity about where Parsons will land and how his departure will reshape the competitive balance in the NFC. The media frenzy is palpable, with sports shows dedicating hours to dissecting every nuance of the deal and pundits speculating about the ripple effects across rival teams. The cultural and social implications of Parsons' departure are also significant. He has been more than a player. He is an icon within the Cowboys locker room, a symbol of youthful energy, relentless drive, and defensive excellence that has inspired both teammates and fans alike. His leadership on and off the field has been instrumental in shaping the team's identity, making the decision to leave not just a financial move, but a personal pivot with profound emotional resonance. As news outlets rush to provide commentary, insider interviews reveal a complex narrative. Parsons weighed loyalty, career trajectory, personal goals, and the magnitude of the opportunity before making a choice that, while shocking, seems inevitable in retrospect. In fan communities, threads are exploding with theories about potential destinations, rival teams plotting their next move, and former players offering insights based on long-standing industry knowledge. The ripple effects of this decision will be measured not only in wins and losses, but in the morale and culture of the teams involved. Discussions about legacy, commitment, and the evolving dynamics of player power within the NFL are reignited, reminding everyone that the business side of sports often carries as much weight as the on-field spectacle. With Parsons' choice emblematic of the modern athlete navigating complex pressures and opportunities. Financially, the ramifications of this deal are monumental. Sources indicate that Parsons' new contract contains unprecedented clauses and incentives that not only elevate his immediate earnings, but also secure long-term benefits tied to performance, endorsements, and post-career ventures. This deal is being analyzed as a potential blueprint for future negotiations, a benchmark demonstrating the intersection of talent valuation, strategic leverage, and market dynamics in professional football. Executives across the league are poring over the numbers, contemplating how this contract reshapes competitive balance and influences salary cap considerations, while agents highlight the significance of Parsons' negotiation strategy as a case study in maximizing leverage without alienating a former team. The Cowboys management, while publicly supportive and wishing Parsons well, faces scrutiny over how they handled the negotiation process and whether different tactics could have retained such a pivotal player. Meanwhile, fans are divided between admiration for Parsons' savvy maneuvering and anxiety over the team's ability to maintain defensive cohesion. Analysts suggest that while the immediate shock is headline-worthy, the long-term implications on player movement, contract standards, and organizational planning could reverberate for years, positioning this moment as a defining instance in NFL business history. The emotional intensity surrounding this news cannot be overstated. Social media platforms have become arenas for passionate debate, with fans expressing heartbreak, shock, and even anger at what many perceive as the loss of a franchise cornerstone. Parades of hashtags, memes, and viral commentary flood timelines, reflecting the deep connection between players and communities and the profound sense of ownership fans feel over the trajectory of their beloved teams. Inside the Cowboys organization, reports suggest a mixture of disappointment, respect, and strategic recalibration, as coaches and management begin planning how to adjust defensive schemes and maintain morale amidst the sudden departure of such a key contributor. Former teammates have taken to interviews to express support, emphasizing Parsons' professionalism and talent while acknowledging the difficulty of losing a player who has become synonymous with the team's competitive identity. The narrative is evolving rapidly, blending human interest with high-stakes professional maneuvering, creating a story that transcends the usual player transfer coverage. As the rumor mill intensifies, speculation about possible destinations, franchise strategies, and league-wide impacts dominates the sports landscape, transforming what might have been a routine off-season story into an unforgettable moment of drama and anticipation that will be remembered for years to come. Rumors now swirl like wildfire about the potential destinations for Parsons, with every contender weighing the impact of acquiring a player of his caliber. Teams with championship aspirations are rumored to be the frontrunners, offering packages designed to entice him with both competitive advantage and strategic leadership opportunities. Analysts are projecting how his arrival could alter defensive rankings, change game day strategies, and even influence quarterback performance across divisions, highlighting the cascading effects of a single player's decision in a league as interdependent as the NFL. The media narrative paints Parsons not just as a free agent, but as a transformative force, capable of reshaping team dynamics, playoff projections, and the perception of rival franchises. Fan reactions are equally intense, with heated debates about loyalty, strategy, and future prospects, reflecting the broader discourse around player autonomy and organizational responsibility in professional sports. Meanwhile, insiders suggest that final negotiations were highly strategic, involving intricate clauses, performance incentives, and personal considerations, revealing the complex interplay between talent, opportunity, and negotiation in today's NFL. As the story continues to unfold, one thing is clear. MICAH Parsons' departure is not merely a transaction. It is a turning point, a story of ambition, opportunity, and the unpredictable drama that makes football more than just a game, but a spectacle of human decision, risk, and strategy. Speculation about where MICAH Parsons will land next is reaching fever pitch, with insiders hinting at a combination of strategic ambition, financial incentive, and personal preference guiding his decision. Teams across the league are reportedly scrambling to assemble offers that can match or exceed what he has already received, understanding that landing a player of his caliber could instantly shift playoff projections and alter division dynamics. The rumor mill is filled with names of franchises, each with unique advantages, some promising championship contention, others highlighting advanced defensive schemes that would maximize Parsons' abilities, and yet others offering leadership roles and the opportunity to become the cornerstone of a team's identity. Analysts suggest that the negotiation process is as much about optics as it is about numbers, with Parsons' team balancing long-term career trajectory, brand influence, and personal satisfaction. Fans are frantically tracking every tweet, report, and insider hint, creating a near-constant stream of speculation and debate online. Media outlets are dedicating prime segments to breaking down potential destinations, with pundits dissecting not only team fit, but also the strategic implications of his arrival, demonstrating how one player's move can dominate the conversation across the entire league. But before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the Dallas Cowboys. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments as well. Financial intricacies of the deal continue to dominate discussions, with experts analyzing the contract in meticulous detail, breaking down guaranteed money, performance bonuses, and potential endorsement opportunities. Sources suggest that Parsons' new contract is designed not merely to reward past performance, but to incentivize future excellence, creating a scenario where both player and team stand to gain in measurable ways. Rival franchises are reportedly studying the clauses carefully, looking to replicate the structure for their own star players or to anticipate the financial pressures such contracts might impose on salary caps. From an organizational perspective, the Cowboys are entering a phase of intense strategic reassessment, exploring the draft, free agency, and potential trades to compensate for the sudden departure of a player whose impact was both on the field and in shaping team culture. Meanwhile, the ripple effect extends beyond Dallas, as every team now faces new calculations regarding defensive matchups, salary distribution, and long-term planning. Fans are increasingly aware that Parsons' move is not just a headline, but a shift in the balance of power, a catalyst that could redefine rivalries, division hierarchies, and even the narrative arc of the coming season, as one player's decision reverberates across the NFL landscape. The human dimension of this transition adds layers of intrigue and emotion to the ongoing saga. Parsons has cultivated relationships with teammates, coaches, and staff that transcend the ordinary dynamics of professional sports, and his departure leaves a tangible void within the Cowboys organization. Sources describe locker room conversations tinged with admiration, disbelief, and strategic pragmatism, as leaders attempt to rally the remaining squad and maintain cohesion amidst the shock. Social media is saturated with emotional tributes, fan reactions ranging from grief to gratitude, and former players weighing in with personal anecdotes and professional insight, creating a complex tapestry of response that underscores Parsons' influence both on and off the field. Analysts emphasize that the interplay of loyalty, career ambition, and opportunity is central to understanding this move, framing it not as a betrayal, but as a calculated step in the evolution of a player navigating the pressures and possibilities of elite professional sport. The narrative continues to unfold dynamically, with each new report, interview, and leaked detail adding depth, color, and context to a story that is equal parts drama, strategy, and human psychology, capturing attention far beyond traditional sports coverage. The competitive implications are equally significant, as franchises now reassess their defensive strategies in anticipation of Parsons' potential impact elsewhere. Teams vying for playoff contention are reportedly reevaluating linebacker depth charts, adjusting schematics, and considering complementary signings to mitigate or leverage the shift. The Cowboys, facing a sudden tactical vacuum, are exploring multiple avenues to sustain defensive performance while remaining competitive, potentially shifting focus toward younger talent or previously overlooked free agents. Media speculation ranges from realistic assessments of team fit to imaginative projections of how Parsons' presence could redefine rivalries and playoff dynamics. Fans eagerly debate scenarios, projecting statistical outcomes, fantasy implications, and even psychological impacts on opposing quarterbacks who will now face a transformed defense. Analysts note that a single player's departure can have cascading effects across multiple teams, influencing not only game day decisions, but also off-season strategy, draft valuations, and contract negotiations. Every aspect of the league is potentially reshaped by Parsons' decision, creating a scenario where the ripple effect extends beyond Dallas, touching every corner of the NFL and fueling an ongoing narrative that merges rumor, anticipation, and strategic calculation in ways rarely seen in professional football. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Dallas Cowboys, please subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. We always look forward to your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.